What's going on, everybody? Let's break this down like a criminal defense attorney. What you're about to see has serious legal consequences, and let's check it out.
Hello there.
hold
Does
up
this
here.
back window roll down?
I'm sorry.
Can you roll this back window down for me?
Oh, I don't trust him already. I don't trust him already. You know, a criminal defense attorney, you know, they might point something out like that, like why he's asking for that back window to go down. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Hang up. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.
Hello there.
Hold up here.
All right.
Sorry.
So, my name's Officer McClain with the Leesburg Traffic Unit. Reason I have you stopped, speed limit back there by the airport is 45 miles an hour. You passed me at 65.
Oh,
Okay.
From a public safety standpoint, you know, as a citizen, you know, going that fast and everything, that kind of puts the public in danger whenever anybody's going over the speed limit like that, partner.
Do you have a driver's license on you?
If you may allow me to reach over, I can. It's like back there.
Okay.
So I've got a lot of stuff going on happening here.
All right. Miss Medina, have you had anything to drink tonight?
No.
Okay. Because I can smell what smells like alcohol coming out of the car. Any reason for that?
Oh boy.
No, there should not be.
Okay. You haven't had anything whatsoever.
So let's break this down legally real quick. If you get pulled over and you've been drinking, all right, before you were driving and the officer smells, you know, that stuff coming off your breath, he smells the alcohol and everything, you might, you know, they might ask you to do field sobriety tests just to make sure that you're okay to drive and everything, or to see if you are impaired at the moment and everything like that, and it's causing you to drive bad. You get what I'm saying? So that's something legally right there that people should know about drinking and driving. That's another reason why you shouldn't drink and drive. Plus, it puts the safety at risk. Like, it puts the, you know, everybody's safety at risk whenever people do that.
Ever, not a single drop.
Earlier today, I did. But not at the moment.
Okay. How early are we talking? Like an hour or two ago, or?
Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 hours. Give or take.
All right.
Unfortunately, it does stay unless it's some I do.
Okay. All right.
And you know, this raises a civil rights question right here. You know, did he have legal right then and there to detain her? You know, people might be wondering that. Well, let me tell you something. He definitely had a legal right to detain her because he was smelling alcohol coming off her breath. So that gives him a probable cause to, I mean, I'm not too sure about that one right there, the probable cause, but I'm pretty sure about the rest. But yeah, but I ain't, you know.
Miss Medina, shut the car off for me. I'm gonna have you step out with me real quick. And
I'm gonna make a phone call.
No, ma'am, you're gonna step out of this vehicle. Miss Medina, if you don't step.
See, if this went to trial right here, a criminal defense attorney would probably be like, you know, was that cop in the right telling her to step out the car and everything? You know, was there not any exercises that she could have done from inside of her vehicle? You know, or maybe the cop had enough, you know, maybe he had enough probable whatever cause to get her out of the vehicle and ask her to step out so that he could maybe perform field sobriety tests.
Step out of this vehicle. I'm going to put my hands on you and pull you out. Does that make sense?
Oh.
Step out of the vehicle.
5 hours.
Oh. Hold up here.
Wow. That's insane.
Oh.
740 yeah.
Oh boy.
Right there in front of my car. We're going to take a walk back there. All right, Miss.
Yeah, a criminal defense attorney might say something like in that situation right there, they might point out, why did the cop tell her, like, why did the cop not give her the reason in which he's asking her to step out the vehicle? Is it because of the alcohol that he smells coming off her breath? But he did mention that earlier though.
Medina, any weapons on you anywhere, anything like that?
Oh,
okay.
My babe.
Oh, you don't never know.
Put that in your pocket
Oh, you
for
don't
now?
never
No,
know.
ma'am. Don't keep hitting it. Follow instructions. That's all I need you to do. All right.
Oh,
right now,
boy.
I'm just waiting for a second officer to get here because based on your driving pattern, from the time I was behind you to here, I believe that you may be impaired. You told me you were drinking. I want to make sure that that's not the case. Okay? If you're not impaired, you go on a...
And you see a criminal defense attorney might even say something like he might even point to that type of situation and be like, why does he have to wait for another officer to get there? But sometimes that's just police protocol. Get what I'm saying?
about your day and you go home. All right? So
Oh.
I'm just waiting for another officer to get here. As soon as they get here, we'll do what we need to do and we'll get you out of here. All right?
26.
Where are you coming from tonight, Miss Medina? Your house? Where's your house at?
See, oh, that's another thing right then and there. You see, a criminal defense attorney would tell her that, you know, that she probably shouldn't be talking to the cops. You know, they might, like a criminal defense attorney might point something out like that. You know, that's why it's best to, you know your rights and everything.
21, 26 hours.
Ocoee? Okay. And where are you headed to right now?
My fiance's future husband's house.
Okay.
Literally.
Maybe that's a little bit too information to be sharing, because a criminal defense attorney might say that's a little bit too much, huh?
Down the street. He's
Down the street.
Lieutenant county.
Oh,
Okay.
One
For-
commander,
For Lake County?
Lake County.
Okay.
That's what.
now I'm going to tell you now. A criminal defense attorney might not say this right here. He might not say, oh, she look a little suspicious to him. But, you know, I could say something like that. You know, I'm a civilian. But a criminal defense attorney might not say that. You know, he might be all up on her side.
Okay. I mean, that's unfortunately, he doesn't have anything to do with this traffic stop, so.
I understand that part.
Oh,
I wanted to talk to him.
hold up here.
Miss Benita, just stay right here for just a second. I'm going to turn all these flashy lights off real quick, and then we'll. All right. All right.
Yeah, and that's another thing. A criminal defense attorney might bring up the fact that them flashing lights might have had, you know, done something to her vision. You don't never know what they could bring up.
Miss Benita, here's what I'm going to have you do. I want you to
Oh.
turn toward me this way. I want you to put your heels. Nope, stop right there. I don't want you-
Ooh, that was kind of dangerous. That was kind of dangerous right there, partner. You know what I mean? Like, you see, to me, there was a car passing. That cop should have, you know, you know what a criminal defense attorney probably would say in that situation? Why would he allow her to take a step like that in between the vehicles like that when there's a car passing, and then she's going to stumble on, you know, accidentally stumble and go backwards like that? That's a dangerous situation to put anybody in. You see what I'm saying? You know?
You're walking into traffic. Put your heels and toes together just like this for me.
Whoa.
Okay? And then just relax your arms straight down by your side. Okay? Do you wear contacts or prescription glasses on a
She looking a little suspicious. You know, all the, you know, they shouldn't have a standing right there, though. Man, come on.
regular basis?
Mhm.
Okay,
have
so
them on right
but
now.
you don't have them on right now, so you're not currently wearing contacts. Okay.
Oh.
I want you to look straight forward at me. Do you see?
And you know, trusting what a criminal could say and everything like that is kind of dangerous, because a criminal could easily lie to a cop. You know, a criminal could easily lie to anybody.
The silver tip of that pen?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to follow that with your eyes and your eyes only. Do not move your head. Do you understand?
Oh, let's see. Hold up here. Hold
Yes or no?
up.
Yes.
Okay,
It was blurry, but
I got you. But you can.
Sometimes this says it all, you know. And that's something that a criminal defense attorney probably knows. If that they start moving their head, that officer probably got enough body cam footage to have evidence that they were, you know, a little intoxicated there. All right? You know, especially if they do it a lot. It'd be probably hard for any criminal defense attorney to argue in court that they were doing it right for sure.
But you can see right there.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, so just follow that with your eyes and your eyes only.
Oh boy. Did I miss something? Hold up here. Oh, a little confusion. A little confusion there. Okay. You see that right there? That's what I call a little confusion.
Everything okay? I just need you to follow that. That's all.
Oop. Oop. There's some jumpiness. There's some jumpiness. Oop. Gotta be smarter than that. Oh boy. Oh. See, he's just trying to test her. He's trying to see if her eyes are jumping everywhere and everything like that. Trying to see if she can actually keep up. But at the same time, a defensive criminal attorney, like a defense criminal attorney, he might say, why does he have his flashlight in her eyes while he's doing that with the pen? You see what I'm saying? Because can't the flashlight kind of blind somebody? Oh, oh, head moving, head moving. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Hold up here. Oh, oh. Look like her nose has started itching in the middle of the situation right there. Hold up here. Oh, she had to check the time. She had to check the time. She don't know what time it was. You know, she might have somewhere to go, you know, later on. And maybe he kind of interrupting her plans.
Nope. I need you to just finish this real quick.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, she had to check the time again. Hold up here. Now, you see, a criminal defense attorney would have a little bit of a trouble situation to get her out of there, huh? To get out of that situation where they got that on body camera. You know, they giving her the field sobriety test and she keep on checking the time. You gotta be kidding me. How many people that I work well with? You get what I'm saying? You're supposed to follow all the way through until they finish the test. That's probably what should happen, right? But boy, a criminal defense attorney might bring up something like that. You know, I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Then she thinks she could answer. Then she thinks she could answer the phone.
All right. If you're not going to be willing to finish this, then I'm going to do what I need to do. But I need you to pay attention. I understand he's calling you. This will go by a lot faster if you just pay attention, follow the instructions.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right.
Oh. I mean, how long? Oh, that's something else a criminal defense attorney might bring up, and he might point out if they would ever go to trial or anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about how long that test is lasting. It must have lasted for about 3 minutes. Oh. Hold up here. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe he's trying to see how many times she could possibly blink without, you know.
All right. Go ahead and relax for me.
Oh.
We're going to, if you'll back your car up, we'll do it in between the cars. We're going to take a walk right back here to the back of my car, okay?
See, a criminal defense attorney might even point to something like that. He might say, relax. But, you know, don't. You know, he might even point to something like that. You know, why does he want her to relax for whenever they're in the middle of doing all kind of tests? Ain't you supposed to get the test done so she could go home? Maybe that's something that they might point to. I'm not too sure, though. Oh.
I need to call him.
Okay. So I need you to either complete the rest of the field sobriety exercises or I just have to make my decision based off what I've seen, okay? So...
See, whenever people refuse to do the field sobriety whenever people refuse to do the field sobriety exercises, then the cops could place them under arrest for refusing, you know, to comply with the field sobriety. But and you know everything like that. But man, that's just a crazy situation to be in.
Fortunately,
hold up here.
You need to take me in and do your thing. I'm not gonna argue with you, but I also.
She might run. She might run. We don't know anybody in these videos. You know, we don't know how these people are living.
Okay, and that's not something we're at right now, right? That's something that if we get to that, okay, I need you to stop sucking on that. Take it.
And if she started running, that would not be no good thing to do in the middle of a situation involving law enforcement. A person start running whenever they're in front of police, that might just look suspicious.
Out of your mouth, put it in your pocket, and leave it there. This is the second time I've asked you to do that.
In my back pocket.
Okay.
Or some people are addicted to nicotine. You see what I'm saying? Like nicotine in their coffee, nicotine in their vape. Boy.
You willing to finish the rest of the field sobriety exercises?
I would like to call.
That is not an option right this moment.
Why is that not an option?
Because I'm in the middle of an investigation. You can make that phone call later.
See, a criminal defense attorney might point something out like that. You know, he might say, why is that cop not letting her make her call? You know, I'm not too sure, you know, but yeah.
Okay. So are you going to be willing to do?
I will.
Okay, then let's walk back there and finish that, and then when we're done.
I don't think that's the right choice, though.
Okay, well that's unfortunately not your decision. So if you want,
She thinks she the boss around there. Hold up here. She must think that she the boss.
To participate in the remainder of the field sobriety exercises, we're going to walk to the back of my car. If not, then I'm just going to make a decision based on what the information that I have so far.
Oh boy. See, you never want to put yourself in a situation like that where you facing cops and everything, partner. Oh no, that's why you don't drink and drive. Boy, you don't even drink before driving. You see what I'm saying? Like if you plan on driving, definitely do not drink before you drive, and definitely do not drink while you driving.
I'm pretty sure you already know your decision, so I would just rather make a call because I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
So are you refusing to comply with the rest of the field
I'm not
sobriety
refusing.
exercises?
I can.
Oh, it sounded like she was passively trying to refuse it. You know, in my opinion, now, you know, a criminal defense attorney might say otherwise. You see.
If
But
you
I
could
would
please,
rather make that call first.
I'm telling you right now, that's not an option.
Oh,
We can either walk to the back of my car and finish this, or we can go based on what information I have right now.
oh boy, look like she might be getting nervous. And you know them people, whenever they might be in a situation where they might get a DUI, boy, they get nervous.
So if you'll please walk to the back of the car if you want to do the field sobriety exercises. If you do not, then we'll stand here and we'll deal with what we need to deal with.
Hold up here. Oh, is she shaking her head no? That could lead to a refusal. Boy, even a criminal defense attorney knows that. Yep. And I'm not, you know, but yeah. Oh,
All right. Put your hands back.
oh, you see the cop took it as a refusal to do the field sobriety exercises. Oh boy.
Put your hands behind.
And then if she starts acting out like not letting the cop put her other hand behind her back to, you know, then the cop could possibly even charge her for resisting. So that's why it's best to stay cool, calm, and collective during that situation because, man, you don't want no extra charge.
Behind your back. That wasn't a question.
Oh, oh, he got some nerve saying that wasn't no question. I mean, no, he don't really have no nerve. That was a little funny.
Tango Phillies, 1015, signal 1. No, stop.
Call Michael.
See, it would probably be a hard case for a criminal defense attorney, I would imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be a hard case for a criminal defense attorney in that situation. Because, you know, refusing to do it is one thing. You know, I'm not too even sure how they would even look at that in court and everything like that. But it's a serious situation to be in. It ain't no funny matter. It's definitely not no funny matter, partner. But what it is, that's a situation where an individual could have like very serious legal consequences for something like that. You know, hefty fines, might even be jail time if they done did it over and over again, or you don't even know. They could do it one time and get in enough trouble to go to jail, I would believe. But man, a criminal defense attorney might have some trouble arguing this type of case, you know, in the courtroom and stuff like that. Bro, that's kind of crazy to me, though. But thank y'all for watching.